Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the TEKS tool number line. We are working with number pairs with a problem related to TEKS 4.5b, and we will solve it in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a table of values. We're missing two of our numbers. And look, it gives us a rule. It says that we've got to multiply by 3 to find each value in a number pattern. Now, what we could do here is we could just use the multiply by 3, but let me show you how this works on a double number line. So that is going to be a tool that's going to be helpful all the way through 8th grade and Algebra 1, and when these numbers get really big and really complex and we're setting up proportions and proportionality. Double number line is going to be helpful. We can start it in the 4th grade. So we're going to look at a number pattern. And so we've got our values on the left. They're called positions, right? And so what we want to do is we want to put whatever's on the left goes on the bottom. Feel like we're just kind of rotating the whole thing, just kind of like at 90 degrees like that. And then the values on the right are called value. I'm going to put that right there. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to just make 4 sets of hash marks. And these are going to be paired up. All right, so we've got position 1 goes with value 3. Position 4, I'm going to put a box right here. That's one of my missing numbers there. I've got position 5 goes with value 15. And then I've got an unknown position going with value 24. All right, now, if you already know how to do something like this, you might not need to draw all of it, but let me show you a surefire way that's going to help you regardless of whether this is the first time or the 100th time you've done something like this. What you're looking for two number pairs that are complete, and they don't have to be next to each other. I've got the 1 and the 3, and I've got the 5 and the 15. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to look at the change there, right? How are we getting from 1 to 5? We would say from 1 to 5, right, we are adding 4. How are we getting from 3 to 15? Well, from 3 to 15, we are adding 12. Now, all I'm looking at here is I'm looking at the change. If the change is the same, if they're both plus 4 or they're both plus 12, then it's going to be an additive rule. We know it's not an additive rule. They already told us it's a multiply by 3. So when we have an unequal change, when one is a plus 4, one is a plus 12, that means we have a unit rate. And we already knew it was a unit rate because they told us it was multiply. How do we figure out what that is? Well, what we do is we take that change on the top over the change on the bottom. 12 over 4, that's 12 divided by 4. That's going to be 3. We know it's a multiply by 3. So that's how we can solve it if they don't give us the rule. They give us the rule. So now what we could do is we can just apply the multiply by 3 all the way up. Okay? So we're going to do multiply by 3. So 4 multiplied by 3 is going to get us 12. All right, so that's our first answer. It's 12. Now this next one is a little bit trickier because something multiplied by 3 needs to get us up to 24. And we can write it like this. Something multiplied by 3 equals 24. But remember, multiplication and division are inverse operations. So if we're not sure, we could do it on the way down. And we can say 24, we can say divided by 3, right? That's the inverse, is going to get us what? All right, so 24 divided by 3, that's going to get us 8. So our answers are going to be 12 and 8.